This is the true story of one family who sold their house, packed up their life, and decided to live nowhere on purpose.
What absolute abnormal people would even conceive of something this ridiculous?
2 kids, 2 parents, 6 months, no fixed address.
There are some people who are like, oh, that's so nice for you. And probably secretly in their head going, what the fuck? Find out what happens when you stop watching the travel influencers who make it all look perfect and start living their nomadic life with kids. For real.
Did we name this podcast?
We called it Trips and Giggles.
Oh, that's right, because I was going to say welcome back to Trips and Giggles. I guess I'll start us off.
Yeah, you can start off.
So we abruptly ended last episode.
We did, because the baby woke up.
Crying child mid-conversation. And I will speak for myself and say I didn't go back and review and see, where did we left off? So It wasn't a total cliffhanger for the 3 listeners of the show.
I have no idea where we left off. So sorry if we repeat ourselves.
So I think what we decided to do is we need to keep up with the level of travel. So we're going to end Mexico, kind of get our last highlights of Mexico, and talk about our transition from going from Mexico into London.
Right. And then we'll do London / where we are right now and in the future.
I know we're going to repeat ourselves, but I have to tell you, I have to talk about the smoke detectors.
Oh my God.
I feel like we've done this, but multiple places. I'm talking about gift stores, clothing shops, restaurants. You just hear the beep. And you're sitting there.
You know, in the middle of the night when that starts happening and it drives you slowly insane.
Oh,
That's what happens to me. And I'm like, I will drive to an all-night, 24/7 Walmart in the next state over to get a battery so that I don't have to listen to this. Meanwhile, we went into an ice cream shop because they had a fantastic Frappuccino and the kids liked the ice cream.
Yep.
And days after the first time we went in, I mean, it was almost a week later, it was still beep.
A week later, it's still
beep.
beeping.
You're working here without going insane?
We go into this liquor store, right? It's super high end. It looks like you're the interior of a stone castle with glass encased shelving with $1,000 bottles of wine, and you hear beep.
They're selling Cristal.
We did see Cristal. That was pretty funny. We're in a Mediterranean restaurant, and I asked our friend to translate to the server of hey, I'm hearing this sound. And she says, oh, it's just the kitchen.
No, and there was literally a smoke detector above our heads.
Straight above us. And she's
above our heads.
No, it's the kitchen. La cocina. It's not the casino. Okay? It's your damn smoke detectors. Put a 9-volt battery. So I have to believe that there's no imports of 9-volt batteries.
I mean, I guess. But you know what is interesting is that a lot of the rentals in Mexico have on the Airbnb listing that there is no carbon monoxide filter or detector, and there's no fire detector.
Well, carbon monoxide, I get.
Smoke detector, I mean.
Carbon monoxide isn't you don't have to pass that in the fire code in the U.S., right? We put those in because we flip out about it, right?
Yeah.
But that's not required. Not having a smoke detector?
Yeah, there's not. A lot of Airbnbs, and including the one we were in, did not have a smoke detector.
Which, based on what we saw on people on the road driving, what we witnessed firsthand. You know what I was surprised I didn't see was farm animals on mopeds. The fact that
I did see a dog once.
Yeah, no, a dog. I mean, I wanted to see a full-on llama on the back of some guy's shitty motorcycle. You know?
I mean, maybe if we gone outside of city limits, we might have
seen a llama on a motorcycle.
A lamb across somebody's legs.
Oh, they're meh. If they'd be revving their engine, ripping by. Oh my gosh. we got dogs in restaurants. I don't know if we need to go.
Oh,
into that.
yeah. It just, you know what I would say.
Because we talked about it a little bit. When
We
you said
talked
story
with the
about
dog,
it.
or like our dog going into restaurants.
Yeah.
It just was nice because like it was very animal friendly.
Yeah, it reminds me of like when we saw the dog on the train in Vienna years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And this really cute dog, and the fact that they're, I think the lackadaisical nature about having, I'd say, laws or regulations allows dogs to be in those places.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also allows your place to burn down without having an alarm. Because
Fair.
no one replaces the batteries. Okay, so yeah, I know we were going to get to. We were going to try to get to this whole fireworks thing. Did we get to that in the last episode?
Wait, before we get to the fireworks.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do a callback.
You want to do a callback?
A callback to a previous episode where you had mentioned that the buses in San Miguel don't really stop for pedestrians. I will say, now that we've traveled to other locations, the majority of traffic in San Miguel did stop for pedestrians. And
Not when I was walking across the street.
you mean like
Maybe when you
cars
walked
and
across
stuff?
the street, those buses didn't give a shit.
No, not the buses. Like the majority of cars and people on
I'd
their
say,
motorbikes.
yeah, cars and people, they waved, but they looked pissed.
They did
Like
look.
their waving kind of looked like somebody was like saluting Hitler. Like it was like very stiff and would fly up really quick from the
I get
steering
that, but where we are right now, you don't walk out in front of traffic.
They
You
don't
will get hit.
stop.
No, so
That's not
but
let's get that later.
we'll get to that later. But in San Miguel, you did mention, and this is true, that the buses do not stop.
No.
So we were walking on one of our very last nights, and I think you had our almost 2-year-old
She was
on
on
your
my
shoulders.
Yeah, she was on my shoulders.
And she likes to try and rip her shoes off at any point in time.
Shoes.
She likes to throw them on the ground and then cry that they then got thrown on the ground. Well, this time,
And then I put them back on her, and she does the same thing repeatedly.
Yes, repeatedly.
Like she'll rub the back of her heel against my shoulder to like slide. I'm moving my leg around, not that you can see this. Like slide her shoe off.
Yeah.
And then cries. Back on. Slide the shoe off again.
so, and this is a healthy reminder of why we keep telling our 8-year-old never run out into the road after anything.
Oh my God.
A shoe, a ball, or whatever. Anyway, so Nucky rubs the back of her shoe on your shoulder. It falls off into the road. And now I don't expect a bus driver to see a 2-year-old's car.
If it did, would you expect it to hit the brakes?
No, I guess not. But we did like, Cordy, don't run onto the, and then just boom, boom. But now keep in mind that Nuggie has only one pair of shoes.
She refuses.
She refuses. Anytime we've tried a new pair of shoes, she refuses to put them on and screams bloody murder and rolls on the floor. So we have one pair of shoes that's barely holding up as is, and it got run over by a San Miguel bus. Just every wheel that could have hit it.
I mean, it has double wheels on both sides and runs this thing over.
Like, bubble.
I'm imagining this other, like, I'm getting this vision of, like, the bus driver in a world where they did care.
Yeah.
And so the bus driver with this giant wheel, probably the same guy who's on the phone with both hands on the phone texting, ran the shoe over. Adios mio, Zapato! No, he's not going to stop.
No.
I mean, we all stood there and just stared at this flattened shoe.
Which, to this day, she's still wearing because she refuses to wear another pair of shoes.
She's
So
wearing
now
that
she's wearing
flat
the
tongue shoe.
the flat bus-driven over shoe.
It smells like rubber and cobblestone.
You know, it's a little bit more flexible now.
Oh my God.
It's a little softer.
Sometimes you probably think I should get run over by a bus too. Maybe I'd end up more flexible.
Oh my God.
All right,
Jesus.
so the last night, of course, right? And I think this is where we left off. Actually, was this whole fireworks situation?
Oh, yeah.
Like the amount of saints days that they have and these celebrations that I cannot find any information about it online, because I feel like when you're in certain places, and this is true of some other places I've been to as well, I think maybe we're just privileged in the sense that we're in an area that's put so much online. It's like, I do work for this. Like, I work to make sure people search shit and they come up.
Yeah.
But in other places, I think that that's not important. It's very community-based,
Yeah.
posters. And so Yeah, the night before we left, right?
Our very last night. We're like packing. We're getting all of our stuff together. The car is coming in the morning to pick us up, to take us to the airport. And fireworks literally going out outside of the front of our house. I mean, we have pictures, which I will put on our Instagram.
Videos I took as well, our Instagram. Now, this is amazing. Yeah, I took some videos too at some point because they were going off well at the 12:30.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta say, like, the packing for this was like, I think we spent 3 days packing. I don't know why I think we accumulate so much shit.
Yes.
Because we don't have any toys. And so we're constantly figuring out, what do we do with this stuff? Who
do we
give
keep it? Do we get rid of it?
Do we get rid of it? I mean, we ended up donating stuff to the nanny, the house, and then just the
cleaner.
The cleaners was going to come. Actually, they were really happy and excited. The person said who has the place was like, they were very happy to get stuff.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's like this. We had to get all this stuff in. We somewhat had to worry about weight. You know, we have these suction bags that have to suction all the clothes together. And it's got this little hand pump. So you remember those hand pumps you used to like blow up a soccer ball in the 80s? It's like this little tiny, you've got about a 6-inch pull. And afterwards, like your forearms are on fire. I mean, it's terrible, but I mean...
And then the baby, the toddler, keep trying to stealing it because she thinks it's a toy.
And then she thinks it's a toy. And then, oh my gosh. And then the bags have leaks. So they're just leaking out, and I can't find the leak.
Yeah, I don't think the suction bags were meant to be like unsuctioned and suctioned multiple times.
Yeah, they were like a single time methodology to like pack something. And meanwhile, we've been using these things since Portugal. And by the time we get out of here, it's like we're gonna suction them in, close the case, shut the zipper, and then we'll end up at to go pick them up, and they'll pop open because they have so much shit stuffed in them. The zippers can't hold them down. You've already gotten a broken zipper. Shout out to Away, who's probably going to fix that for you.
Yeah, well, I hear that you can bring it back into an Away store and they'll fix it.
I saw them do it when we were in D.C. We were in Georgetown.
Yeah.
I saw the woman came in, and she's like, I didn't even know they did it until I was like, she was like, oh, my zipper broke. And they fixed it. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm about taking care of that.
Lifetime zipper warranty?
Yeah, too bad we didn't stay longer in London. I would have taken it to the one in London.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. Why didn't you say something?
We had a lot going on when we were there.
No, it was easy time. It wasn't like you were doing work meetings or anything.
Yeah.
Let's get to our journey. Anyway, just about the fireworks situation. The fact that they go off in the morning at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., the nighttime, I can kind of get through. Our kids slept through it. That was the benefit.
God. Thank God. I was so anxious.
I was scared. I was anxious. We were both super anxious, but they slept through the whole thing. So, but I wouldn't recommend staying in the city downtown San Miguel with little kids. Because we were there for a month? How many times did that happen?
A lot.
Probably 4 times?
Yeah.
In 20-something days?
And I did read about that online, and we probably even talked about it. I didn't realize that it would literally be like your neighbors going out into the street in front of your house setting off fireworks.
Even that I somewhat get. It's not that. It's the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't see the firework.
Oh, yeah, during the day. Yeah, it's more just the sound.
Light out.
Well, and when we were driving to Mexico City, you'd just occasionally look left and right out the window, and then you'd see the smoke.
Yeah, you see the smoke. You don't actually
during
see
the
thing.
day. Yeah. So you're not even seeing the actual firework. That's the point. That's what it's just saying. The sound.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would love to read more about this because I feel like there's something here, I guess.
Like a pyrotechnic obsession? I just want to blow something up. I don't care if I don't see what it is.
I don't know.
It's concerning. It's concerning.
I don't know.
This is supposed to be a religious town and you're blowing shit up?
I don't know if I'd go to concerning.
How many hands do you think have gone off? You know what I mean?
I did worry. I did wonder about that. How many times are people blowing off their hands?
I mean, there was a dude in the NFL who blew off a couple of his fingers setting off fireworks. He had 3 fingers after that.
Yeah. And there was kids, little kids doing it. Did you see it? I don't know if you saw it. The one day I was peeking out the window.
Were they shooting off fireworks while on a 4-wheeler with a llama? because that is,
I am sure
that
that's
is
happened.
truly San Miguel.
That's totally
de Allende.
happened.
That is truly San Miguel. Like we should make T-shirts that show the true. Like,
We probably should make T-shirts.
Oh my god! I almost feel kind of like bad. Like I have to be careful with this because I'm. We'll have to reflect on this and go through it, but I'm feeling bad that like, am I struggling so much because it's such a cultural difference? And so like, is it because I don't like it, or is it because like I culturally struggle with this situation? Like I'm trying to have like a cultural bias conversation with myself about the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's a fair situation. I actually was reading some stuff online about it, and there were people who were basically writing and saying, like, you came here, we didn't invite you.
Correct.
Right?
100%.
And so you made the choice to come to this town, whether to live or to visit.
Right.
And we are not going to adapt our culture to make you more comfortable.
I don't expect.
And I think that that's accurate. That's
I
right.
accurately support that. I'm just not going back.
It's not
right?
for you.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm not. I should say this. Our feelings. I'm gonna say mine. I don't want to speak for you. That's not fair. My feelings are for me, and
Yes.
so this is not for anyone listening to this to say I don't want to do this because. As we've mentioned, your cousin is in love. We've
Loves
met
it.
multiple expats who were like, this
is the place.
It.
Yeah.
This is my space. And so I just want to be careful. Like, we are expressing our opinions about ourselves, but I'm not going to yuck somebody else's yum here.
Yeah.
And just say, like, this is only for us.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I
like,
mean?
you might really love fireworks.
But that's the same as like, so it's subjective. I think the experience is, somebody might be like, this is so cool. People are so passionate about what they believe in that they're celebratory 24 fucking hours a day because sleeping is not important for your children.
I mean, this might be why we were saying that a lot of the people who seem to be there and love it are like retired.
They're old dudes.
Yeah.
They're retired.
Like
They don't
maybe
care.
they can turn off their hearing aids.
Oh man. Well, sucks to be going to those good hearing folks.
They don't have any little kids that are gonna get woken.
They don't have kids that are gonna get woken up.
No, like people that live here and they have kids. I guess you just, if you grow up with it, you grow up with it, right? Like our dogs barking all the time when the kids were little, that didn't wake them up. You know, they grew up with it.
You know, they grew up and they got used to it. I'm just like, think about life as a person who doesn't have children and can kind of do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's things in the morning that just don't exist for other people.
Yeah.
Like they will sleep through it. Now those fireworks woke my ass up.
Oh,
So
they woke me up
so
multiple
I was
times
pissed
too.
Just generally because I woke up, right?
Yeah.
But like I think other people, they have earplugs, they have hearing aids, they have whatever, you know.
Yeah, our friend, right? Like our friend has a hearing impairment and uses hearing aids, and said that she turned them. I mean, she just took them out at night, so it didn't bother her.
I was like, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the part where she says when she has conversations with people, trying to like do things, like explain things to her. She already knows. She just turns them off, you know. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. You can just choose to not hear things if you don't want to, and then you can actually say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hearing impaired."
Yeah.
Just walk away. Oh, my hearing aids just weren't working. What the shit?
I mean, that works for you. Disability pride right there.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, that's definitely pride. Okay, so we left, right? We got in. Again, did we shout out the service? They were great.
We did talk about it before. I think it's I'm gonna get this wrong. Biagio Go.
I don't know. I keep thinking Bailamos.
I'll put it in the show notes. They're amazing. They pick. I mean, coming from the airport to our place, leaving San Miguel, going. We went all the way to Mexico City, which was a like 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
Well, for us, it was like 6 hours. We'll get.
Oh my God! It was a 6-hour drive.
But the guy who picked us up was awesome. The car that picked us up was awesome. I mean, he did fall asleep in the middle.
He fell asleep and he got ice cream and ate the ice cream in traffic.
He was nice.
He was very nice. No. I think like if you in where we lived, if we tried to get a large van,
Yes.
with USB ports, 4 rows of seats, humongous luggage space,
Yeah.
private driver, who stops when we ask them to stop.
Yeah.
So 3.5 hours. So that's driving from Baltimore to JFK.
Yeah.
What do you think that would cost?
Hundreds of dollars.
I mean,
Like years ago, I had a person I was working with who looked into getting a driver between somewhere in Maryland and
Okay.
somewhere in like New York City.
okay.
And it
That's
was like
unbelievable.
$700.
Yeah, I'm going to say $1,000. Like, I want to say for the size of the vehicle and for the level that we received, which has actually really helped to have somebody take all the luggage and load it into the car and load it out. Like, this was worth its weight in gold. I mean, we tipped him 20%.
Yeah.
And I have to also say, like, he was honestly surprised.
Oh, that we tipped him?
Yeah, Mexico is a tipping culture, which I hate tipping culture, so it was kind of expected to tip. But, like, when I handed him the cash, he was like, whoa. Like, he was definitely taken aback. And I appreciate that. That was very humble. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't expecting it.
It's probably because we were like 3 hours late to the airport.
Yeah, so we...
But that wasn't his fault.
That wasn't his fault, though. So we get out of San Miguel. So at some point on this trip...
Meanwhile, we almost run over our friend's brother who was in the street on our way out the city.
What's he doing? I'm like waving emphatically at our friend's brother. Meanwhile, the windows are tinted. Like, hey! Like, you know, have those moments where you think someone can see you and he's just like walking through like nothing happened. So we're on this trip and there's some kind of an accident, right?
Oh, God.
And so we just come to...
There's a tractor trailer.
Oh, the tractor trailer jackknifed and went over the
which I took a
guardrail.
picture of, which I will put on our Instagram.
Oh my God! If you one more time say I'm going to put this on our Instagram, I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to tell you something. Okay, I'm going to take
Nobody
a pause.
cares.
I'm going to take a pause. I know nobody cares, and I don't care. We're you and I. This is for you and me.
This is for you and I.
Okay, this is for us. Ready? This is not us moment. Okay, take a break. Here we go.
Okay.
We're going in. It's us. It's us. You and me. It's us. There's no time. Like, we don't have any time anymore.
No, you're
like,
right.
Like, our life has, I mean, just now with jet-lagged children, they used to go to bed at a certain hour. They're up.
Oh, God.
They're up till at
Oh,
least
my
11. I mean, like, I don't know about you folks, but, like, you know, and they're up early. They've been doing better, like, a little later. But I appreciate and love that you're into this. But it's like, please don't say Instagram. Please just don't say it anymore, okay?
Okay. Only if it starts making money, then I'll do it.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. This isn't going to make any money. It's our journal. Just kidding.
This is our journal. If people derive information, entertainment, laughter, joy, I would feel happy from that.
Yeah, that's true.
I honestly would.
I
somebody was
think
like,
if it would be fun.
This is a very real depiction of a couple going where one is kind of like, what the fuck? And the other one's like, yay, I never want to go home. Like, if that somehow jives with people a little bit, I would be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, we had a moment. We're good.
I'm just going to make a comment on that.
Okay.
So when we were in Portugal before, and our 3 months was coming to an end, I had this like sort of existential crisis. I wouldn't say it's that extreme, but I had like a bit of a like maybe a grief moment where I was like, I don't want this to end. Like, I'm not ready to leave yet. So then I forced you to come to Northern Ireland to visit my friend for a week. I was like, let's extend our trip by a week.
She was looking for any possible way to not go back.
Yeah.
I mean, you explored multiple opportunities to not return in any way, shape, or form.
So we visit my friend for a week, and then we are like, okay, it's it's over. We have to sell our house, blah blah blah. We have to go back. Mm-hmm. We went back. I was feeling really like, I'm not ready to go back. And we get back. We're getting into everything. It's stressful to sell the house. We're doing all the things. But, while we're there, I'm like, it's not that bad. We're moving into our new house. Mm-hmm. We went and visited that town a couple of times. I was like, this is going to be a nice town to live in. Cordy saw her friends. I was like, yeah, I saw my friends. You saw, people too. I was like...
Did you catch that? Anybody catch what just happened there? I saw my friends. Gordy saw her friends. Damon, you saw some people. Maybe on the street when you were driving. They were in other cars.
No,
See, that's really what pulls you back to memory.
Well, because I immediately knew you were going to be like, I don't have any friends.
Seeing the people. No, I'm going to honestly say I do have friends.
You
and
do
I'm proud
have
of this.
friends.
It has taken me 8 years. 8 years. I've tracked this by to cultivate some friendships.
Yes.
With dudes.
Yeah. With dudes.
With dudes to the best of my ability. With the exception of the time that the multi-level marketing guy tried to con me into a friendship. But that's a whole nother story. I totally almost got conned into a friendship.
You were like, I'm really trying to make friends here as a 40-something-year-old.
I was so sad that this dude was trying to con me into like a multi-level marketing plan as opposed to a friendship. I should have known better. Like, who tries to set up a friendship in Nordstrom Rack? You fucker. Sorry.
Meanwhile, you did make a really good friend at Best Buy.
At Best Buy? Oh, yeah. Those guys were great. Okay, well, I mean, but they're really far away, so we don't hang out. We are so far.
Anyway,
down the road
I'm going back to my original point. My point was, I was like, we have a good friendship group here. You know, Megan, like, I know you were disappointed to come back, but like, we're good. We're good. This is going to be good. Now that we are back, especially in Europe, I'm like, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, you were glowing in London. Like, the moment we got to London, you were like, this is great, and this is great. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I love this. Ooh, la, 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 la. Like, you have these, like, moods, and I can tell when you're, like, clearly happy or unhappy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like, not that
I'm not going back. No, I'm just kidding.
Not that you can't read me. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's very clear that you were, like, you have reached your destination. Okay.
Anyway,
let's finish.
Transition back to.
I want to finish this travel point because I think this is our point.
We've gotten here multiple times.
We are losing it tonight. Listen, we're barely hanging on to actually get this together.
Jet lag has lasted 2 weeks.
It's been a really bad week and a half of jet lag, and like getting the kids to bed has been extremely difficult. Not their fault, but it's like for some reason like we regressed twice. Okay, so there's an accident. We're stuck.
Dead stop traffic.
I mean, dead stop traffic.
Like parked, people are getting out of their cars. They're walking up and down between the cars. There are people selling food. There's like, here's the question.
Genius.
Where did they come from?
Genius. The people are coming
Number one,
around.
do they like listen to a radio and say there's dead stop traffic on a highway? Let's run out and start selling.
It's amazing. The salespersonship of Mexico is amazing. You're right. I did not know. Like, we're on a 3-lane highway.
Yes.
Not near anything.
Not
and
in
people
middle of
show
nowhere.
Up out of nowhere with their chips. And I love it. Our driver, I thought, was actually going to buy the chips, but he just engaged with the chip seller to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, excuse me, hang on a second. Disculpe. I want to know what's happening and where is it happening from.
Yeah.
People were like running, like walking from their cars, like probably half mile to go see the accident.
Yeah.
They're like, well, whatever, we're screwed here.
Yeah.
Our driver goes to bed.
I know, he just lays his chair back and goes to sleep.
He's out. I see him in the mirror. He's passed the fuck out. He's done.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is interesting. This is normal. And then we're like, what do we do with Nuggie? So we had to pull our 2-year-old out of her seat.
Yeah.
And like get her to run around inside this van.
Yeah.
Thank God we're in a van.
Right. So she's just, up and running around. And at one point, like about halfway into this dead stop, I start feeling like I have to pee. And I was like, in my head, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, I was like, deep breaths. I was like, there's no privacy anywhere. People are all like on the sides of the road.
I saw dudes peeing, which obviously.
Well, of course, dudes are peeing.
Oh,
but where the fuck is a woman gonna pee?
If you would just drop your trow and go, who cares? I mean,
you know what? I literally thought about
the V's out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like, why was that somehow less? You know what I mean? Like, why is that a problem?
I literally
if
thought
you're
about
the feminist charm, then you should have just gone and peed.
You're right. I should have. thought about getting one of Nuggie's diapers and putting it like
You're shitting me. You're shitting me.
in my mind. No, I was problem solving. I was like, okay, I have to pee. If this keeps going on, what am I gonna do?
Wait. You were gonna think.
That was one of the solutions.
Let me stop. Because we did not talk about this. This is not in the notes.
No, it's because I was in my.
You thought I'm gonna take a 22-pound, not 2-year-old baby's size 4 diaper, wrap it around my vagina, and pee into it, thinking that it's somehow going to absorb a grown-ass woman's urine. Is that correct? Is that one of your problem-solving thought processes? See, this is why we fight. Because I rule that out before it even goes through the middle. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even get into the top 5.
Listen, when I worked at this brain injury center in New York City, we did this exercise where we would have everybody in the room have to come up with solutions, and we were not allowed to judge them. Okay, you just had to come up with as many solutions as possible, and then you go back through the list and you circle the ones that you're gonna try. Okay, it was a solution in my brain, which I didn't have to use because we started moving before it got serious.
Somehow you managed in that conversation to make me the bad guy. Like, you somehow managed, even though you came up with an asinine idea, that I'm still the bad guy based on research. God, yeah, I just...
Listen, you gotta be flexible. Flexible thinking. Listen, I should note here that there are many times where I am not flexible and where I get very agitated. But I like to talk a big game.
You do talk a big game. I am the more rigid one. I get that. I will take responsibility for it. I will say yes. And I agree that a good problem-solving situation does not involve significant judgment. I also would like to believe that people need to kind of thicken up a little bit and say, you know what? If it's a bad idea, it's okay that someone else...
What's bad about it?
What's bad about pissing into a baby's diaper?
Yes, I mean, like, if you really had to go...
I would like to test this theory out. I want you to test this shit out. I'm staring at Pampers right now. And hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this. When we were at home in the U.S., we got these wildly bougie diapers that were like
so good.
I mean, the thickness was the level of a pillow. If you pissed, I would say piss into that all day. You're good. But these,
we should say it coterie. If you are pregnant, I know they're really like a lot more expensive. And Damon really was like, "What the hell are you doing ordering these diapers?"
God.
But they're good.
They're by far the nicest diapers I've ever seen, and they cost that amount. My point is, if you were going to piss into the shitty Huggies that we got versus the coteries, that's a no-brainer. You are overflowing out of the Huggies.
Yeah.
I mean, you are spilling through the sides.
Yeah.
I
guess I didn't consider what would have happened if it didn't like absorb.
That's where I'm going with it. Your thought is like, okay, what are my options? I could pee in a diaper because it's absorb it. My very first thought is like, first of all, you're holding it close to you. Is it actually
is the driver
splashing?
gonna see me pee?
So you don't want to pop a squat outside in the grass, but the driver is like in the mirror seeing you're holding a diaper over your vagina. It looks like a napkin. I mean, you might as well be wearing a G-string. I mean, like, what are you doing there? What are you doing? Cordy would have freaked out. Freaked out. And then she would have gone, "Mom, can I do that?" That's what she would have said. Like, as soon as you do it, can I do it? I want to do it. Oh, my God. Okay. So, oh my gosh, this episode is an absolute tangential disaster. It is amazing.
You can tell how much sleep we've had.
Fuck. Okay, let's move. So, after 5 hours, almost 6 hours.
Yeah, thank God our flight
was at 10 p.m. and we left at what? 10:30 in the morning.
10:30, and we did that just because like we had to check out of our Airbnb, and so we were like, what are we gonna do in the airport for 6 hours? Well, thank God we did because of that accident. I mean, we got there 3 hours, a little more than 3 hours ahead of time.
It was more than 3 because 3 hours before they would have opened the gate, and they didn't open the gate. So we got to the airport, we got in, and we went to the gate, and the gate wasn't open yet.
Yeah, so we had to eat dinner, which was really terrible.
No, we need to go back because I need to tell this part of the story.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out some kind of way to get our luggage, which we have a shitload of luggage because we're away for 6 months, right? Yeah.
Too much.
And so we're walking through the airport, and I'm looking for an information booth because I'm like, someone has to speak English. My Spanish is terrible. So, of course, we walk. I mean, we already went to the gate. We walk halfway through the airport because we're looking for the lounges, too, apparently.
Yeah, carrying the toddler in a carrier who's screaming.
She is losing her effing mind.
Let me out.
Super angry. She's screaming her brains out. Anyway, we're walking through the airport looking for this lounge because there's supposed to be one that's outside of the security area. And some dude's like, do you need help? And so he pulls out his translational app, and we go back and forth asking for help, and I explained to him the situation. I said, our gate is closed. We can't go in until 3 hours before. We're trying to see if there's a way we could check our luggage through some other means so we can get through the security line to the other side. And he immediately says, I can help you. No problem. Follow me. Grabs our bags, hightails it through the airport. We walk all the way back to our gate.
To the original gate where we just were.
He stops and says, the gate's not open yet. You'll have to wait here.
And asks for a tip.
And then he says, and can you give me a tip for helping you?
Oh my God. I'm like, we literally just walked with its screaming toddler, half an hour.
She's screaming the whole way. I mean, she screamed the moment we got out of the car. She
was in a car for 5.5 hours.
Gets sucked
and then
into
gets
you
sucked
in a carrier,
into the carrier. So of course she's screaming.
Losing her damn mind. And this guy bamboozles me. And I was like, you're such a dick. I gave him 5 pesos, which is the equivalent of basically nothing. I gave him that.
Well, I mean, I think that's all we had at that point, really.
I wouldn't have given him anything anyway. F you, dude.
Yeah.
F you. So I was like, you get 5 pesos because it's all I had in my pocket, and we're just going to sit here at the gate for the next hour, which we did somehow, playing with Nuggie and Cordy. And
they were running back and forth.
They're sprinting around the airport before we could finally get our asses through security to the other side. We did stop to get dinner, which was terrible.
Yeah, the food was not good.
It was absolutely...
And there was a lot of places in Mexico that were good. That place in the airport was not good.
It was terrible and overpriced.
And of course the kids didn't eat anything, so we just wasted a bunch of money.
They didn't eat shit. I mean, of course. So you buy a bunch of stuff they're not going to eat. But somehow we make it through to the other side.
Yeah.
So.
And then we did go into a lounge, which at that point we were just like, oh my God, we have been on a, I don't know how many hour journey at this point. It wasn't the best lounge. There were other lounges we could have gone into.
I was pretty happy with the lounge. I mean, listen, I'm not a lounge person. I haven't been living the high class.
This is not something we usually do, by the way.
I can't really compare this as much, although there was a bunch of lounges and I would have loved to go to some of the other ones.
Yeah.
But we went to the American Airlines lounge.
Yeah, because we have a credit card, whatever, that lets us
That's
get
not
into
what they let us in. It was the business class tickets.
Oh, yeah, because we
could have shown
upgraded
them
our
that.
tickets using points. Okay, I think at one point we should do an episode talking about the cost of all of this, because while I do think that we are very privileged, and I want to call that out, at the same time, I think this is not as expensive as people think it is.
Well, but the work that you went through to get this, and we talk about this a lot from a business standpoint, people will pay a lot of money to not do the work that you did to make sure that points X went with this points and did this points to do this points. You navigated so much to get these tickets. Yeah. And with that, I still think they dicked us on a lap child. You cannot charge $500 for a lap child. She eats no food. She doesn't take up a seat, and you charge $500?
I know.
Go F yourself.
I think that was a Heathrow thing, though, to be honest.
London can F off.
Yeah.
They can straight up F off. I mean, that's just not cool. It's not cool at all. We spent enough money, got those tickets. We still had to spend money even outside of the business class stuff. point is like the fact that they wanted to charge that extra and the shit that you went through just to get her on a flight.
Yeah.
That was a second flight.
Yeah.
But that was insane. Anyway, so the lounge.
So we went into the lounge and they had chocolate cake.
Well, they had a giant candy bowl when you walked in.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I was like, that place definitely wasn't for kids. I mean,
No.
these lounges are definitely adult-based lounges.
You know,
like,
there are adults that eat
people
candy.
did not seem
You know
excited.
that there are adults that eat candy.
I don't understand what you're talking about. What kind of pedophile eats candy? Straight
Lots of.
up. Lots of pedophiles. That's what you're going to say. It's a lot of pedophiles. You know?
Anyway, there's chocolate cake. Our 8-year-old then proceeds to eat every piece of chocolate cake.
This girl goes in and jacks
and then
up
more came out.
every chocolate cake in the glass
And at that point,
container.
I was so exhausted. I was like, I don't care. Eat as much cake as
I
you
think
want.
I missed 2 of these because I was at the bar. I literally was like, I'm going to the bar. And I'm like ordering drinks. By the way, it was a fantastic bar. I've never seen a bar like this at a lounge.
Yeah.
Like they were making real drinks with high-end alcohol.
Yeah.
Not bullshit. Like really nice mezcal, really nice tequila. This is Mexico City, right? It was really nice. Like I saw somebody I was just gonna order a beer, and I saw the person ahead of me order this like serious mezcalrita.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know, you have 9 mezcals. That sounds great. Meanwhile, Cordy is downing cakes.
Housing chocolate cake.
She's like the person in the cartoons who would cut the slice but then eat the whole cake outside of the slice. But so I took her up, I think, for slice number 4. She was waiting for the person to stock the tray. Like she was following her. And then she stocks the tray and she stocks. Why? I don't know why the person did this. When they stock the tray, they put the cake in the back.
Yeah.
So Cordy's like reaching deep in here to pull the cake out.
She's not quite tall enough, so she's like reaching in with tongs to try and
She's also smacking every other dessert on the way. Like every dessert's just getting disheveled and slapped around, you know? And meanwhile, I'm pretty sure she had 4 slices of cake. Like I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I'm pretty sure it was something like that.
So she was happy, but ate.
She's asked me if we can go back to that lounge, and I'm like, oh, listen, we're not going back to Mexico City anytime soon.
Like, let me ask you this. Do you remember preying on your parents when they're exhausted? Like, I don't remember doing this. Like, did I prey on my parents like, oh my God, they're beat up. They're going to say yes to whatever I want. This is my moment. This is my time. Like,
I'm sure I did, but I don't know if I have no idea.
I don't remember being able to do that. Like, having a moment.
Yeah, I think maybe my parents were too strict. I'm not sure that they let me get away with
I mean,
that.
the only thing I ever got away with on those moments was not dessert. It was when I went to those all-you-can-eat places and I ate, like, more bacon than any human should ever consume in one serving.
Yeah.
That was
I think
about
my
it.
dad let me watch a lot of TV when he was in vet school because he was, like, staying up all night studying. And I think I got to watch a lot more TV.
I think you probably watched about 6 to 7 hours a day.
Probably.
That's most likely the case.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
I should go back and figure out what you were watching in 1998. But that's not the point. We're off the top.
I could
anyway.
tell you probably.
Okay, so we're at the lounge. We then head over to gate. What was your thoughts and experience of your time in business class on British Airways?
Listen, our flight took off at 10 o'clock p.m. Okay, and it was a 10-hour flight. My goal was the primary reason I wanted to get business class seats was not for any of the amenities other than to lay down and go to sleep, which is exactly what I did. The guy, as soon as we got on the flight, the flight attendant, who was extremely kind and very nice, came over to me and he was like, "What would you like to eat for dinner?" And I said, "Sir, I don't want anything because as soon as this flight takes off and I am able to, I'm going to lay down and go to sleep with this toddler." And then he was like, "Do you think maybe you'll have breakfast?" And I said, "I don't know. If I'm asleep, don't wake me up."
There you go. That's all you had to say.
So he was like, "Are you sure you're going to be very hungry?" And I said, my goal is to sleep for as long as possible and have the toddler sleep for as long as possible. So that's exactly what I did. My experience was that the tea was very good. for the
go.
hour between when we woke up and before we landed on this 10-hour flight, which we'll talk about this maybe next time, but this like flight was a blessing and a curse. Our 2-year-old slept probably 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah, you two were you achieved your goal. Like when I
laid
looked over,
down and we went to sleep.
The two of you were out.
Yeah,
Just out.
it was fantastic.
It was a little harder, I feel like, on the TAP Portugal when we flew to Portugal. It was harder to get to sleep, but you two were gone.
Yeah.
So that was great. Cordy wanted to. Our oldest child wanted to stay awake because she wanted the food.
Yeah.
Because they had a special kids meal for her and wanted to stay awake, and it was taking some time. So what I want to do, the first thing I want to do in business class is I want to do the Uncle Frank maneuver from Home Alone. So I want fill her up champagne. Fill her up. Like that's what I want. Straight up. And I did. I had a champagne initially, and it was actually quite good. I enjoyed the champagne. But Cordy is like staying awake, and I'm like, okay, girl, if you want to stay up, I want to give you this privilege. You're 8 years old, that's fine.
Yeah, but how many times are you going to be able to be in business class?
Exactly. So I'm like, let's do it. I also need to say, this was not as nice. Straight up, just the seats compared to TAP were not as nice.
Which technically isn't a budget airline, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a budget airline. This plane was older. Cordy called it out. She's like, this screen doesn't work real well. This is old, she said. And I'm like, you're right.
Probably from
it's
when
a
we
787
were in college.
It's probably 20 years old.
Yeah.
And it really was. Like, the TAP Portugal one had compartments. You could hang your headphones on like they had a little hanger for your headphones, little things. So you don't stuff it up your ass when you're trying to go to sleep because you have nowhere to put your headphones. Like, it didn't have like a full layout bed, which is what the TAP Portugal one was, like a full on, like your full legs. This was like pull out the little tray so you can lay your legs on it. The buttons didn't work right to lay you down. Certain buttons worked, certain ones didn't. You didn't know what was what, so you're just pressing buttons left and right to try to figure it out. It was really... My seat was literally falling apart. There's plastic pieces falling apart and wires exposed. I took a picture of it for the Instagram.
Listen, I didn't mention it.
God dang. This was clearly, like, to me, like, it's when you get into a house and the house is, it says, oh, this house is a Maryland, people, okay? Oh, this house is $1 million. And you look at the insides and it was definitely redone in like 89.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Frilly curtains, old cherry furniture.
Has the square footage.
Brown wood everything. You're like, shit, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, I already knew it was bad. We had to pick an appetizer. I picked some like beef carpaccio or something, and they bring out Cordy's appetizer. No shit, it's cold rice with the cubed carrots and peas. Like the stuff that was like the frozen stuff in the bag. And it's cold. And she goes, Daddy, it's cold. And I told the guy, I was like, listen, this is cold. He goes, it's supposed to be that way. I go, cold rice? In what place is cold rice and peas and carrots a delicacy? It's supposed to be that way, sir. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So poor Cordy, like I feel bad. She just was like, I'm so tired, Daddy. So I took it away. I tucked her in and she went to bed.
Yeah.
I stayed awake for the dinner. And let me go backwards. TAP Portugal's dinner was actually
I know you
good.
mentioned that you stayed up for it and it was really
surprised
good.
as shit. That was probably one of the best airplane food situations that I'd ever had. Like good ass steak, decent steak. Not amazing, but on an airplane to have a steak that's actually not well done. This hockey puck shitbag of a show was an embarrassment to airlines. British Airways, you might at some point in time have had something nice. I think you might have in the glory days of airlines. But it's like those...
And I will say, like, if you were to pay cash for both of these, TAP was probably half the price.
Of this.
I mean, I will say it was also a shorter flight.
It was a shorter flight.
So,
I'm just saying, like, there's businesses you go into and you can tell that they're so cheap that they refuse to spend money to make it better.
Yeah.
Like they refuse to upgrade the interior and they're just going to live off their world. Like bowling alleys. You ever seen bowling alleys that are like stuck from 30 years ago? It's like, oh, I have this thing, but it clearly smells like feet and has like brown and yellow interior. Like that's very like reminiscent.
You're like, I'm glad I used points and not cash for this.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm disappointed because I think an airline that for the money, like I feel like for the money we paid, that's not even worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I have to honestly like, and I'm critical and you know that, but I'm going to tell you like, if I hadn't been on tap, I would have been like, oh, this is decent, you know? But the fact that we did tap and had such like this beautiful large touchscreen that actually worked, and I have this 5-inch screen that I have to pop out and slap my hand against it. I'm like beating it up to get it to do anything.
Yeah.
It was not a good experience. I did have a French red wine that was super good though. I would.
Well, there you go.
I strongly recommend drinking a lot and eating nothing. That's my recommendation.
Well, I mean, I did mention the tea was very good. The next morning, quote unquote morning, actually we landed at 3:30 p.m. British time. So it was morning Mexico time. But the tea was quite good.
Tea was good. The coffee was shit. But I thought Cordy's breakfast was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like that was not bad.
Yeah.
It was okay. I honestly think this whole plane should be completely renovated.
Yeah.
Like just don't make people like what was the retail for that? What was some
$10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah.
For a seat.
Yeah.
On this plane.
Which we didn't pay because I used points. P.S.
With that ugly bag of elephant testicles.
Yeah.
That we went through.
Yeah.
I'm just.
By the way, I just want to mention here, I'm not like a points guru, and I know there's like lots of people out there that do like these Instagram or like whatever social media things, but there are like reward search engines, which I didn't realize before until we went to Portugal.
You're using
I have like 4 different ones that I use. But it allows you to search for flights that like use points, and it also shows you how to transfer from like one thing to another. And then there's sometimes transfer bonuses, so you get like 25% more points if you transfer from like Chase to British Airways or Chase to American or something like that. And so it took me like 3 days to figure this out.
Oh, you worked so hard on it. I mean, like you really worked so
and I was like searching all kinds of different like options and leaving from different places and all kind of. I mean, it's annoying as all get out, but like we were able to get those flights for like what we would have paid for an economy.
Yeah, same as the economy. Actually, probably. Well, yeah, you're right. Think about it as like $1,000 a ticket for 3 tickets, which is probably what economy would cost, right?
Yeah.
I think it was harder from Mexico City because we were 2 hours deeper.
Yeah.
Which I think people do this all the time. Like if you take your kids, like the people in Boundless, right? There's people coming from Colorado and California.
Yeah.
So they're now at a 2 to 3 hour deeper deficit versus the East Coast. And now they're going over to a 5-hour change. So we're talking about an 8 to 9 hour change.
Yeah.
And the kids have never done that before.
No.
So this is a new level for all of us.
Yeah.
Well, for the kids, not for us.
Yeah.
And they're struggling. But we can talk about that next time.
Could definitely talk about that next time. So, more to come. London, next episode. Thanks.
What do you put in teasers? Here's a teaser. Trips and giggles. Here's a teaser. Ope-a-dope-a-dope. Get to London next time on Trips and Giggles.
You're such a dork.
Yes,
Okay.